Hey everybody, it's Dito and Loy, and we're here with part 2 of maximizing milestones for character events. So, much to my disappointment, it turned out that Cyclops is not a major milestone event, or what used to be called a major milestone event. It is in fact Spider-Man Symbiote, which I particularly don't want this character in the game. I prefer alternate skin with the different stats. This unfortunately requires far more resources, gold, training modules, ability gear, red stars, all that other fun jazz that now just comes harder for everybody because this is a brand new character. But obviously there's nothing I can do to change the game. So we press onward. Unfortunately, Cyclops, again, to my disappointment, is what I called a minor milestone event. I'm not quite sure yet if they may or may not include orb openings, but there hasn't been anything mentioned in the data mines or obviously in the official announcements. But for now, we get Spider-Man Symbiote. As you all know, he came out of the blue, no fanfare, no nothing. All we had was the data mine of this exact message. So yeah, it was pretty surprising. I actually found out on Facebook because I was doing blitzing. That's how I actually found out that an event even started, because I was too busy doing blitzing, and the in-game email didn't come till later, at least for me. So I had to go back out of blitzing and check, and then finally saw this. And so what's interesting about this is why I can't call it a major milestone anymore, is because he's actually going to be here for a very short amount of time. Again, for the dev system, I'm recording in Tokyo, so I'm a day ahead of everybody, or at least most people. But it's February 10th where the server is, and this event is only going to go to March 11th. Captain Marvel and Agent Coulson's event lasted at least 50 days, but this is at exactly 30 days, so it's going to require a lot more gold spending, a lot more blitzing and whatnot to actually do those recurring milestones. It does say that he will return in the future, so it's looking like they're moving this from hey, everybody can get the character at the same time, depending on how, and it's all about how fast or how slow you want to get that character, and more of like, hey, this is like a blitz, in the fact that it's a limited amount of time, and you do get a second chance if you didn't get them unlocked the first time around. But hopefully it's not like actual blitz releases where, aside from the milestones, the only people that can actually get any on the second go round are the whales, or at least those who really blitz really hard. But that's what we're dealing with. So this is the character that we are looking at. Go back to home. So we'll check out the milestones here real quick. So right now, only the high roller milestones is the only thing that's giving out Symbiote Spider-Man at the moment. And so as you can see, I already spent 591,700 gold today. Unfortunately, the store had to refresh before I could record this, and so I don't get to show you my initial purchases, but I'll show you what I'm buying now, which will give you an idea of what my spending plan is. But this is how much I've spent today since the event started. I'm going to pause that real quick and actually show you what we got here for milestones. Okay, so this is the breakdown of Symbiote Spider-Man's milestones. This is what we'll have to get. Milestone 5, spending 325,000 gold per day. That gets you 1 shard. And then 7, 525 gives you 2, and so on. This is just the basic mathematics. And this over here is what Coulson's event was, and the milestones and the shards that were given. And so the actual milestones to gold spend per milestone it has not changed. I was surprised by that. Fox Next did not jack them up. They didn't edit them and require you to get like more than 1 million gold to hit Milestones 10. It's still the same. The only thing they really changed was the shards. I think that's a big reason that they dropped from 180 to 100, because again, it's only 30 days. And so not only are you needing to spend more gold to get more shards, you also are on a time limit now. And so, and this is how it's breaking out. If you're only getting 1 shard a day from the high roller milestones, you will need to 100 day. That would cost you over the 30 days, 9 million gold, and you would need to do this for 100 days. Obviously, you'll be 70 shards short because, again, it's only 30 days. It doesn't go beyond that. If you are going a bit more, 525 per day, and getting 2, that's going to be 15 million total. And again, you'll unlock him in 50 days, assuming you don't do anything else, and you'll be 40 shards short. So this is basically undoable. You're going to have to spend more gold in this if you really want to unlock him on this go round. This is a bit of the happy medium because you're going to get pretty close. You're, again, just 3 day, well, we'll say 4 days short of what you'll actually, of the actual event, and you'll have 10 shards that you'll need to make up for by the end of the event, which I think is doable. Obviously, we don't know what the milestones rewards for the other recurring milestones will be, but if you have an active alliance, and if you are obviously about level 70, level 75, and just using up your daily energy all the time, and refreshes, maybe some extra cores, I think you should be able to hit this. But if you're just doing gold, then you have to be buying 1.25 million gold every single day for the 30 days. Obviously, in about 5 of those days, you could go a little less, but definitely want to get at least at 825 those 5 days. That way, you'll get Symbiote Spider-Man. I keep wanting to call him Miles because they're both in black costumes, but Symbiote within that 30-day window. Obviously, you could go a bit more to get the 5-star. So for me, this is the max milestone 14. It doesn't actually give any shards. It gives a tier 4 ability orb. And so this is what I'm going to be doing, because again, that's 64,500,000 gold total. And this was a screenshot from earlier before I started spending. This is how high I got, everybody, 59.2 million gold. So I should, and so that's just under 60,000. I should be able to get 4.5 million gold over the next 30 days. And I already have orbs, gold orbs to open still. I still have 33 gold orbs. Ooh. I'm not wanting to open any of my orbs yet, just in case this Friday when Cyclops' event starts, there is stuff available. So I've been holding off on opening orbs at this time. But again, we're here for shopping. So I've been buying T3s. That's been mainly what I've been buying, as I mentioned in the last video. So now that we're actually spending, I'm going to be buying all the orange gear. Doesn't matter what it is. I will be needing it eventually. And these are still not available for farming. And so I might as well just stack up. Now that I have gold, now that I'm getting rewarded for spending all this gold, I have certain, obviously, milestones I need to meet every single day of spending gold. And so I'm going to do it. And so I also know that I'm needing some of this, but those are actually the easiest to farm at the moment. They're actually easier to farm, ironically, than the more individual ones. These I don't need, so I'm not. Well, let me see how much I actually spent thus far. Just shy of 1 million. And what were we looking at? I need 2.15. So yeah, I can do a bit more. Don't think I need you guys. So some stuff I'm just way overstocked on, so I'm not really bothering with. So there is some blue gear that I still need, but I'm waiting again. I have like over 60 blue gear orbs that I need to open, so I'm waiting until Friday to actually start looking at that. All right, so we are at 1.24 million. And again, I have one store session that happened before the event occurred, so I won't be able to get that for today. So for now, we go into here, and let's start recruiting people. No, I should have ranked him up. No, I'll get him later. Recruit. Hey, Dark Jack. Yes, yes, it has. The spending has started. But yeah, with the way this Symbiote Spider-Man event is going and what you have to spend in order to unlock him within that 30 days, it's insane. The only way you can get it is if you are hoarding and you are again just forking over money, which again, it's your decision whether you want to do that or not. But watching what Fox Next has done in the past year, I really feel that, like a year ago, I remember is when I first heard or saw somebody like saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm hoarding stuff." I think it was like Blitz credits or something like that that they were just. I don't know what that. Yeah, I think it was Blitz credits that they were hoarding like crazy, and I thought it was like, why on earth would you do that? And they made the case that like, well, I've already 7-starred everybody in the Blitz store, and obviously I'm already getting all my stuff for war. There's no reason for me to continue. And at first I thought it was rather foolish, but now I understand. And then also with orbs, and that's another thing, like why would you not be collecting orbs? Why would you not be opening them? Because you can still get stuff out of it. And obviously I was also working to Ultimus, but now that I have Ultimus and there's no reason for me to continue to, I can understand again the hoarding. And so I think, Fox Next did a lot of events starting about a year ago to again try to get these people to stop hoarding, to stop like hoarding orbs and not opening them, try to get them to open orbs. And you've seen a lot of it. And so they've made events to encourage people to open orbs. Well, how do you convince players to open their orbs and not sit on them forever? Well, it's simple. You obviously give them rewards for opening orbs. And now they've done that. But now a lot of people are looking at these rewards like, man, these are some really good rewards. I wish I had started hoarding. And so now I think that if Foxnex wanted people to not hoard, they've actually made the problem worse, particularly with this event. It's basically like, yeah, it's shown me that I was right just to not fricking spend gold and just wait till now to spend gold because this is insane. Again, I'm barely able to make that top. No, no, you don't want me to rate you. You have so many problems right now. But yeah, you're basically foolish not to be racking and hoarding everything at this point because there's so much rewards that basically require you to hoard. It has now become a requirement, particularly with this event. I just don't see any other way around it. Did that max me out? I went too far. Dang it. 130,000 over. Well, that's my spending for today. So I got everybody recruited. I got 2 out of, I believe it was 5 of my characters capped out at 7-star. And so tomorrow I'll probably finish out Quake and then Hulk. I might be able to do the last one, which would be Hawkeye. And then once they're done, I think I'm going to prioritize getting all the 4-stars. Well, everybody who's not yet 4-star up to 4-star. Yeah, and then once I get everybody up to that point, then I'll be focusing on actually leveling peeps up, getting them to those where those goalposts that I had in the other video. So I really don't have much to comment outside of, again, like this is just Horde City right here. This is pretty much requiring you to hoard gold. What I've been doing, I thought I was going a bit overboard, but yeah, this is pretty much now a requirement. The way that Foxnex has turned this game. Again, I think they were trying to convince hoarders to not do it, but they've actually had the reverse effect. And so now you got people like a lot of the content creators and even myself that we didn't hoard like this before, and even me, that, and it's like, why would you even bother hoarding? What's the point of hoarding? Just use it. You have the resources, use it. And yeah, now it's to the point that you gotta hoard. And so I don't know what's going to happen with this game down the line if this is how Foxnex responds to player activity, because this is pretty sick. Not in a good way. This is a downward path, I think, and not the direction that this game should go. This is way too few rewards for how much I'm putting into this. My only compensation is the fact that I wasn't really particularly fond of Symbiote Spider-Man, so. But I hope you guys have at least found that interesting. Obviously, I'll try to keep recording every single day and at least get screenshots of what I've been doing in the store. Oh, I'll just show you the milestones of how much I spent. But that's what I'll be doing, is just orange gear and some blue, purple gear as I need. And then just character unlocks. I've already done that. And then get them ranked up and leveled out and geared up. And yeah, if you guys are interested, I'll keep posting videos on this. But for now, see you later.